Today we're taking a ride on the Kajama, and I have my good friend with me who you might recognize from my Old Stone video. It's my best friend Catherine. The Kajama launched in Germany in 1930 and was originally a cargo ship. It changed hands a few times until it was purchased by the Great Lakes Schooner Company and moved here in 1999. It was actually steamed here. The boat is now used for public day sales, which is what we're here to do. So enough talking, why don't we go check it out?
Australia, I was born, heave away, all the way, South Australia, around Cape Horn, and we're bound for South Australia. All the way, you rolling kings, heave away, all the way, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. As I walked out one morning fair, heave away, all the way, was there I met Miss Nancy Blair, we're bound for South Australia. All the way, you rolling kings, heave away, all the way, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. I shook her up, I shook her down, heave away, all the way, I shook her all around the town, and we're bound for South Australia. All the way, you rolling kings, heave away, all the way, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. There's just one thing that grieves me mind, heave away, all the way, that's leaving Nancy Blair behind, and we're bound for South Australia. All the way, you rolling kings, heave away, all the way, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia.
Alright guys, so Brooklyn has decided to join us for this video, so I hope that's okay. Brooklyn, are you ready to talk about the video? Okay, so it's actually pronounced the Kajama, not the Kajama, the Kajama. Kajama. So they do give you a little bit more history and a little bit more of an explanation of where they got the name and everything. So I'm not going to get too much more into it than I already did, because there aren't going to be any spoilers here. So what do you think we just get right into it? We're going to get right into it. So now let's get into the ride itself. The boat actually leaves from Toronto's Harbourfront Centre, which is just off of Queen's Quay. You have about 30 minutes to board your ship, and don't be late because they will leave without you. Make sure you keep an eye on traffic. That's one thing that we had to do yesterday, because when I first checked, it gave me one time that it was going to take me to get downtown, and by the time I was actually ready to leave, the time had basically doubled. So keep an eye, because Toronto, especially in the summer, we have a lot of road closures due to construction, due to things like active TO and our terrible infrastructure. Now the ride itself is about an hour and a half. You are going to leave from Queen's Quay at the Harbourfront Centre, cruise all along Harbourfront Toronto, around the Toronto Islands, and then back again. While you're on the ship, they're going to be singing songs for you. They're going to be, doing things like giving you a little bit of history about the Kajama, as well as they're going to shoot off a mini cannon. Now, I actually did do this tour the end of last year. I took my mom actually for her birthday, and then we went out for dinner and everything. And it was really nice because we went later on and we got to see the sunset. You got to see the Toronto skyline lit up, and it is beautiful, so definitely take advantage. But going in the afternoon is still really nice too. You get to take advantage of the nice weather, the sunshine. Yeah, it was still beautiful. Now don't expect this to be like a guided boat tour. You're not going to be going past things and they're going to explain, oh, this is that, or this is the history of where this came from. It's not like that. This tour is strictly just a cruise. So you're going to have some top 40 music playing, as well as some of the things I already mentioned. There are some tours like that though, where you will get a bit of history, and I have taken those as well. And it is interesting because you find out things about Toronto that, I lived here for so long that I didn't even know. And you get to share with other people. So it's really cool. So I will try and feature maybe one or two of those in an upcoming video, but if that is something that would be of interest. So yeah, definitely really, really fun to check those out. So if that's what you're looking for with this, it's not that. This is strictly just a cruise around the harbourfront. So if you're like me, you worry about the washroom situation. There is a washroom before you get on the boat in one of the buildings adjacent to, where you're gonna load. There are washrooms on the boat as well, so you are okay. I did not check those out because, can you blame me? But they are there if you do need them. They do serve food and drinks on the boat, so food ranges anywhere from $5 to $25. You're looking at things like burgers and fries, poutine, quesadillas. We both got the pretzels, and let me tell you, that grainy mustard really cleared out the sinuses. Drinks wise, they obviously have things like soft drinks, but they do have alcoholic beverage as well. So you can get bottles of wine, glasses of wine, beer, cider, mixed drinks, cocktails, you name it. We actually got, so I got a margarita, and my friend Kat got a daiquiri. We paid about almost $13 plus tax plus tip for these drinks that were about this big. So don't be expecting to get buzzed on the boat. They do have things like maybe a mixed drink was a little bit more reasonable. I think those are around $8. They have like cans of coolers for maybe about $8 or $9 as well. So that might be your better bet. Still obviously a bit overpriced, but a little bit cheaper than the daiquiri and the margarita. And honestly, you're in Toronto, you're in a major city. It's what you expect. You're gonna pay more for drinks. That's just how it is. Now let's get into the price. Adult tickets are about $35. Seniors about $31. Children are about $20, and I believe it's children under 5 are $3. Now I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but before you ever do any events or things like this, always Google and always check out sites like Groupon. I know you're gonna think I have a stake in this company or something like that, but it's just always check it out. You never know. So for this particular cruise, there was a deal on Groupon, and there was also an additional, I think, 25% off, and it's really annoying because the day I went to go, it was actually an additional 30% off, but whatever. Anyway, so we got the additional 25% off. All in all, we paid about $23 once all was said and done each ticket. So we end up saving at least $12 each. It honestly always pays just to check out, spend a few minutes just to see, because you're more likely going to find something, even if it's a discount code on some website somewhere or something like that. You're usually going to find something, and it's worth just spending a few minutes just to see. Now, is this spot right for you? If you don't like the water, if you have a tendency of getting a little bit seasick, then this is not for you. The boat ride was pretty steady and everything, don't get me wrong, but yeah, this is definitely for somebody who really does enjoy being on the water. You're not too far away from land, so it's not, you know, not too intimidating for those of you who are maybe a little bit scared of it. You're always going to see the land. It's not like you're going to be out in the middle of nowhere. But otherwise, I think it's a perfect thing for all ages, really. For families, I mean, there was a couple kids on the boat. There was definitely some dates on the boat. There was people who were there just, you know, on their own, even just enjoying the day, enjoying the nice weather. Yeah, it could really appeal for pretty much all ages. It would be nice maybe for, you know, the tourists. There were definitely some tourists from the UK and from the US on the boat. As I mentioned, you know, I took my mom last year. She really enjoyed it. And yeah, it really can just appeal to just about anybody as long as they enjoy the water. But anyway, let me know in the comments. Have you guys taken the Kajama cruise before? Have you taken any of the other cruises? I know there's city sightseeing. There's a couple other ones that are really great that, again, I will try and feature later on. So let me know if there's anything you'd like to see in particular, maybe, that I can try and focus on next. I do have some upcoming hotel reviews coming up, so keep an eye out for those. This has been Daniel in Brooklyn with Spotlight, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.